came from an 18-year-old girl named Brooke Slocum and was but a simple request for cash.
I need $50 by 3:30 p.m. today. I can pay you back later tonight, but I need gas and some mess quick. Everyone has bronchitis at my house and I do not want to get sick. I'm 8 months pregnant and my lungs are all squished as is. If you could help, me and my daughter will greatly appreciate it.
This post remained untouched for 10 days.
Damn, for how much? 200?
At 10:08 p.m. on the night of July 12th, Slocum receives an email from a man going by the name Mike's Hard. I can host, what are you thinking? I'm 25. This was a reply to other, separate ads that Brooke made around the same time period in which she would solicit sex for money. According to her friends, it wasn't willingly, as her then boyfriend, 25-year-old Charles Oppenheer, would coerce her to do this while accompanying her during these meetups. Reluctant, Slocum responds 20 minutes later.
Well, we're looking for donations if possible. Kinda in a tight spot, and we have a baby on the way. As far as the fund goes, though, there won't be any mail.
How does $120 sound? I can drive you over here if you need.
No, we can travel, just can't host is all. When and where would you like to meet up?
I like to f*** outside in a park.
You know,
around
I was gonna say,
11:30.
so you know,
That
the only
okay?
reason why I didn't want to do like the sleeping on people.
I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble for indecent exposure or anything. I can't go to jail being 8 months pregnant.
It's cop-free. It's a park, but behind it there are lots of woods. No cops at all.
That's why I was...
This last email arrived at 10:59 p.m., and as we can see, Mike's Hard was keen on meeting that same night. Needless to say, Slocum ended up accepting, and their trip to Kazan Park in Wyoming, Michigan
And I was gonna say...
was on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I ain't... Cause bro, for real, if we do the hotel, I know, we're not about to be in, like, wherever we stay, we're not about to be there. And that's another reason why they're doing the Airbnb or not sleep.
It's midnight. The couple arrives, with Mike pulling up shortly after. Initially believing this to be another sex meetup, the two approach Mike without much concern.
I mean, that's why I was like, that's why like, we can get a...
Sometime during the next few minutes, Brooke is grabbed, bound and shoved into the trunk of Mike's car. In haste, Charles tries to help, however is unsuccessful, resulting in a violent altercation between the two. It's unclear how long this fight lasted. However, what is certain is that during this, Charles was violently killed. Mike drags his body near the woods, saws his head off, and covers the remains with sticks. And without so much of a single witness, he jumps in his car, and alongside Charles' head and Brooke Slocum stowed behind him, drives off into the night. After realizing that Oppenheer's car had not moved in days, police began probing on his whereabouts. When asked, his parents drummed up nothing, his work nothing. No one knew where he was, but his car was there. And so they began searching the park on July 17th, 5 days after the incident with Mike's Hard. Upon scouring the wooded area that lined its back end, they then discover a headless body under some brush. And it was later identified as Charles Oppenheer. In the coming hours, it was realized that Oppenheer wasn't single, and his girlfriend, too, was missing. In haste, authorities obtain a search warrant for her apartment and begin searching her laptop. On it, there were a myriad of conversations. However, one thread from Mike's Hard stood out among the rest. The Internet Crimes Against Children unit was called in for analysis on the real name behind the alias, and they found that this address was tied to another email which was tied to a Facebook for a man not named Mike, but Brady Ostrike. They stake out near his home while they await a search warrant. There wasn't enough evidence for an arrest warrant by this point, so that was a frustrating roadblock. The hours tick by without much happening. However, around 9 p.m. on the night of July 17th, Brady would be spotted jumping into his car and leaving his home. A few moments later, he's stopped by a nearby officer. Before they could get to him, though, he takes off, leading to a grueling pursuit. Eventually, he loses control and crashes into a civic barrier.
But we play games, bro. We're not
As the officers pull up for apprehension, however,
but we play no
on
business.
the head and falls forth to his death.
I'm not gonna play that shit. I'm not gonna play that bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas is way too good at that.
I was gonna say, let me find out you be playing Bill. You seem like the type
A few
of nigga
seconds
that hop
later,
on this
police
shit, like,
approach
we gotta
and
play
search his
Bill.
vehicle.
I'll be building. I got a
In it
build.
was
I mean,
31-year-old
I be
Brady
building too,
Ostrike,
but like I feel
dead
like
in
your
the
Will
front
would be
seat.
like crack.
And in the trunk, stuffed
I
within
feel
a
like I don't
suitcase,
know.
was 18-year-old Brooke Slocum and her unborn daughter,
You know, your Will
both of
younger. You know
whom
what I'm
were
saying? He went to
deceased.
school with them young niggas that was building
Upon
crazy
searching
and
Ostrike's
shit,
home
building
shortly
mansions and
after,
shit.
they discovered a plethora of ropes, knives,
But he went to
swords,
school with them
cages,
niggas, bro.
traps, and bizarre writings that make little to no sense
Niggas
at
would be at
all.
school just talking about
His
this
toilet
Fortnite
was
battle.
inoperable,
I'm like,
and
shut
the
the
entire
fuck up,
place was nothing short of
bro. I
rancid.
don't give a damn about that shit. How you feel better than somebody.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. Fortnite came out when I
Most
was in
interesting
college,
of all,
bro.
however,
I
was the
remember.
discovery of cameras.
2018.
We was on that shit.
As it turned out, he had them all over his home so he could document his actions. And what you're seeing here is Ostrike as he prepares the basement he kept Slocum in for those agonizing 5 days.
Bro, how many?
Now,
Have y'all
there
been in the
exists
same
footage
game
of
this whole
Brady
time?
Ostrike's grueling torture of Brooke Slocum. However,
I
you'll
got
never
Jalen
see
back
it.
and Jalen
The police department has gone on record
Bro,
to
that's
say
crazy,
they
bro.
will never release
I've just been
it, however
dancing in the
describing
lobby. I was
it
like,
as
bro,
something
ain't no
straight
way
out
these
of a
niggas
nightmare.
doing this.
During the time Slocum was captive, and even when police were right outside the home, she was locked in handcuffs with a chain around her neck. Reportedly, Ostrike had bound her arms to the ropes hanging from the ceiling and left her dangling while he sexually assaulted and tortured her before strangling her to death. All of this was captured on film.
So we got a full force squad? Or this
Years later, Oppenhier's head was found off some back roads, 17 miles north of Kazan Park. It's a chilling end to a disturbing online saga.
Bro, I was about to
It
say too. I don't know how to fucking
really drives home the fact that you really don't know who it is you're meeting with on Craigslist, dating apps, OfferUp,
Because it
what
asked me
have
if I
you,
wanted to do
until
game
you
chat, and I
actually
said
come
yeah,
face to
but I'm like,
face.
what the fuck? This shit.
What began as a simple request for just
Took me a minute to
$50
figure out how to get
had
my
led to the
controller
loss
connected.
of 3 lives,
'Cause I had my controller
following a
connected,
days-long
but it wasn't
nightmare
working on
orchestrated
Fortnite.
by a depraved man.
You
The
play on the
torture
computer, too?
footage is, as
Yeah,
of
I'm at work.
2022, considered indefinite lost media that may never see the light of
You
day.
play on your work computer?
However,
Yeah.
considering what exactly it entails, I don't think we'd really want it to.
Coast is the one, Coast Federal.
Win Armstrong
For Coast Federal.
WXLT-TV, Channel 40, Sarasota, Bradenton.
Here with you on ABC with you.
The year is 1972, and a reporter named Christine Chubbuck eagerly lands a job at WXLT Channel 40 in Sarasota, Florida. Initially hired as a reporter, she was reassigned to a spot named Suncoast Digest, a local affairs segment that ran at 9 a.m. every Saturday. During her time there, she'd become attracted to a fellow reporter named George Ryan, and would seek his attention by baking him cakes and expressing a desire to hang out. When she realized that he was already romantically involved with another coworker, however, it was detrimental to her self-image, as Christine historically had difficulty finding love. According to her family, she'd go on dates with various men throughout the years, however had trouble connecting socially with them. On top of this, by 1973, Chubbuck underwent surgery to have one of her ovaries removed, and as a result, her doctors began to pressure her, claiming that if she wasn't able to conceive within 2 to 3 years thereafter, she may never be able to.
He switched his character.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Super spy Fred Flintstone is off on the trail of the mysterious Green Goose, a master of Tonight we begin with the death of a man armed with scissors. He was shot by police 24 times.
Do something. Get him to do something about the problem. Meantime, they say they're going to back the leafleting up with a meeting this Friday with city and state officials.
Good evening. More than 100 people were reported dead in a plane crash near New York's Kennedy Airport this afternoon. The plane was an Eastern Airlines 727 nearing the end.
As 1974 approached, Chubbuck witnessed a shift in news methodology. Christine always had a desire to pursue what she believed to be high-impact stories about issues affecting the community. However, WXLT executives were leaning more towards stories that were juicy, per se, utilizing fear and sensationalism to drive viewership, in turn generating revenue. The news she was tasked with reporting began to shift further and further towards spectacle and shock, and she frequently rallied against this, to no avail. Resultingly, she became stuck in a mindset in a world that she was growing to hate. Her professional life, her personal life.
Thank you.
Everything around her.
You in the chat?
Have a nice one. Stay warm.
Go join it through your phone. Like your phone, your phone.
Good evening, I'm Steve Newman, and this is Channel 40 Weather Watch. It's going to be even cooler tonight than tomorrow night than tonight. The reason for this, with the passage of the cold front today, when we picked up some showers, skies have cleared very nicely. And as a result...
On the 15th of July, 1974, Christine enthusiastically entered the station. Instead of opening Suncoast Digest traditionally, however, she claimed that there was a newscast she had to read to open it, something that hadn't been done hitherto. She takes her seat at the news desk, and for the first 8 minutes, opens her segment about 3 national news stories and a shooting that took place the day prior. Following this, a film reel of the shooting was supposed to play, but had jammed, leaving a few moments of dead air. In response, Christine apologized for the error before taking out a script she had handwritten and reading to the viewers.
Bro, Jans, who was you before you switched to that pig nigga?
John Pork?
No, you was a nigga from My Hero.
Oh, this nigga?
Yeah, is that a nigga? No, nigga, not that nigga. He had purple hair and shit.
Purple hair.
He had like
this nigga?
Bro, what the fuck is you talking about?
A man by the name of David Wynn in the parking lot of Fairview Tavern on 27th.
Bro, he had a blindfold on, bro.
Whitworth was actually in home and in satisfactory condition at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. The second attempted armed robbery in a week has involved law enforcement officers from both Sarasota and Manatee County. Last week, teenage gentlemen came up the highway bar and after a shootout high-speed automobile chase, held a family hostage and finally were nabbed by Sarasota Sheriff's deputies. Early Sunday morning, the Eaton Bottle restaurant north of Sarasota Bradenton Airport on US 41
We're waiting on the radio.
on an attempted armed robbery and shooting. TV40 newsman Bob Peterson was on the scene shortly after it began, and he filed his report. Sorry, for those of you who saw
Bro, who's the fucking purple nigga, y'all?
last night, we did have a film report
No,
and
nigga.
a commentary by Bob Peterson.
He was like a nigga. He looked like he was from My Hero. This nigga went through every character besides the nigga.
As of this morning, Race Foster, who was shot in that incident, is in satisfactory condition at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. In keeping with the WSLC
That nigga.
immediate and
Who's that nigga? What's that nigga?
blood and guts news.
Bro, chill out,
Presents
man.
what is believed to be a television first. In living color, exclusive coverage
That's what I was
of
telling you
this
about, Yoel.
At this moment, Christine drew
That
a
nigga from My
Smith
Hero?
& Wesson revolver that she had hidden in her bag, placed it behind her right ear, and fired, immediately falling forward onto her desk. In a frantic response, the tech directors quickly faded the broadcast to black and scrambled to play a movie
You know
thereafter.
what JJK does? Like what this nigga can do?
Calls began to flood in, with viewers questioning the authenticity of what they just witnessed, with some believing that this was just a morbid joke or a prank. However, it was
Bro, he
far
has
from it.
infinite void. Like infinite void.
She was rushed to Sarasota Hospital, and back at the station, the news director, Mike Simmons, had discovered 2 pages of a script left behind by her. The first page contained what we heard prior, however the second was a follow-up, intended to be read by a third party.
Did some nigga just go so fast that like he just beat it?
Today, Christine Chibuk during a live broadcast. She was rushed to Sarasota Memorial Hospital, where she remains in critical condition. Surprisingly, Christine's prediction turned out to be correct. Not only because she was at that very hospital, but because she remained in critical condition for 14 hours until her eventual death. Christine's body was cremated and spread in the Gulf of Mexico, marking the end of a life full of despair. To those around her and to her loved ones, however, an agonizing void was left that would forever go unfilled. Reportedly, only one tape of this incident existed and was kept by Bob Nelson, the station's owner. After his death, his wife Molly would inherit it before handing it over to a law firm for good. As of now, this is where it lies, and for the foreseeable future, may never see the light of day.
Now, do you watch Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
You finished it?
Unfortunately.
Didn't he finish? Yeah. The last Yeah, no, that movie is so well. But I haven't watched a single episode of Demon Slayer.
We will return after these messages.
Yeah.
Good morning.
To preface this last entry, I'd like to state from the outset that the following could be absolutely nothing. The answer could be completely mundane. However, the footage in this section has personally stood out to me because of how bizarrely out of place it is and how little info there is about it. I was gonna put it in the next disturbing things. However, I think it fits better here. Let us begin. It's the 1980s.
Can we all go aliens? That looks so good. You got a game in?
Beetlejuice makes its debut. Journey, Survivor, Guns N' Roses, and our favorite Rick Astley are on the airwaves. And over on a stand-up comedy show named Evening at the Improv, a child actor turned musician named Corey Feldman is world premiering his latest track, Something in Your Eyes.
Let's all go aliens.
Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start the show off tonight a bit differently than usual. What I'm going to do is I'm going to world premiere my song that I just finished writing and producing with Michael Damian from my new movie, Dream a Little Dream, with Jason Robards. It's called Something in Your Eyes. I'm going to do it right now.
As we can see, he had a mixed reaction.
Damn, bro, why I got a match, bro?
Clearly lip syncing and taking inspiration from Michael Jackson, he employs dance moves in a musical style that attempts to emulate them. Upon looking through comments about him on YouTube, it's clear that history hasn't exactly been kind to Feldman. But that's beside the point. The reason I bring this video up in the first place is because towards the song's end, Feldman's producer makes an incredibly strange cutaway to something that is very out of place for a video like this. Have a look.
Space God, you got the Halo
just a thing for y'all niggas.
You got the Halo joint.
What is this?
What the fuck? It didn't put.
And
why
the
the fuck it take my fucking suit off?
Nowhere in this song does Feldman make any sort of mention about a woman being bound to a pool table. And after performing a cursory scan of his other music videos, cutaways like this never happen again. This seems eerily out of place, and discussion about this is painstakingly few and far between. The only mentions I could find about it were from Reddit and a few YouTube comments. However, none of them garnered much attention. Their sources are pretty much non-existent. With that being said, let's circle back to the footage so we can break it down ourselves.
Everyone's hitbox is the same. Yeah.
As we can see, the video of this woman was patched in post-production. Unlike the other cutaways that happened prior, this one has a different border. It's in black and white, and seems to be slightly lower quality than his music video. In the footage, we have a woman with brown or black hair tied up on each corner of the pool table. Is in what appears to be a small room with a swinging light above her, and seems to be moving because of discomfort. To me, this footage could be one of three things. Either it's a scene from an obscure movie, a cut of a film, or it could be from a legitimate film. Personally, I believe it's one of the first two, given how obvious this cutaway is on something that's been seen by hundreds, if not thousands, of people. If this were truly as sinister as it's been rumored, it would be a pretty stupid move to put it there.
Okay, I have two people.
Regardless, this cutaway is one of the weirdest edits I have ever seen, and I'm still struggling to drum up a reason as to why it's there in the first place. I'm curious if you know anything about this, if you've seen it before, if you've heard about it, anything. This is a weird little mystery, and this is where I'm calling for your help. Who is the woman on the table?
I dropped my gun and all my ammo out there. Oh, I can't make it to the cell. Come here. It's right. You got back up. Don't pick up my ammo.
Even apart from the internet, the world is dark. So many pieces of media have been forgotten and lost to time, and in this series, I aim to document and bring those back to light. Thank you so much for joining me in this first installment of The Darkest Lost Media. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos, and I truly apologize for the delay on this one. I had to completely rework a section due to copyright issues, so it set me back pretty badly. Nonetheless, I really hope you guys like this. I made this series with the goal of it standing toe-to-toe with disturbing things in terms of quality, and I'm thrilled to keep this going if you would have me. That said, if you have any creepy suggestions for future installments for this series, and even disturbing things from around the internet, feel free to shoot me an email at dtfaisubmissions@gmail.com. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you on the next one. I love you all.
Was that a sniper?
And good night.
I'm going crazy with that bitch.
take this bus. Yeah, I'm just looking for now.
We got the reboot van on wheels.
You lucky I got stuck.
Homeland Security tells me they do not expect a third raid of Ronald Brown's trailer home in Largo, at least not anytime soon. At this hour, bags of possible new clues seized late last night are headed for a crime lab. Agents can't tell us what's in those bags yet. The 57-year-old puppeteer is accused of crimes against children. Authorities say Brown had pictures of boys with their hands and feet bound. Brown's already appeared in federal court where detectives say he admitted to chatting with another man online about cooking children and eating their remains. We spoke with some of
I don't know where we're going. We're just a little in there. Johnson. They got a big ass head in the way, bro. I can't see shit.
Some shield right here. That. Where are they shooting from?
Bro, this nigga running from me, bro. That's what's happening.
Behind us?
You go that way?
Got his bitch ass.
They're like far. But someone's running up, someone's right here. Yeah, right.
No, I hit him 3 times.
Oh, I see him from that gate. Oh, yeah. This nigga running backwards. This nigga walking through the line.
Yeah, ounce.
He's over here.
Got him.
Holy shit. Knock 1. Knock 2. Mine is right, mine is right.
What? He was there, he was there.
Holy shit, this is hella loot. This is Loot Lake right here, for real. This sniper is amazing. This nigga was healing, trying to get revived their teammate. I sniped him. One time.
That nigga's off the powder?
No, I think I might have a respiratory infection. Yeah.
There's something about lost media that's so incredibly unsettling. The idea of a piece of recorded history being effectively lost to time, cementing even the most mundane footage, TV shows, and even video games into the realm of mystery. It seems that each and every day, new relics of decades past are being remembered, spreading like wildfire to all the others who also vaguely remember it too. A year ago, I brought you through 5 of the darkest pieces of lost media that I could find. However, it was
don't underestimate my
actually out there.
my bald niggas, man. They be rapping now.
Thousands of disturbing pieces of forgotten media, all with their own stories, their own significance,
Why you
and
ain't
their
got
own
your head
intricate
on?
details that cement them as some of the darkest in existence.
Like, that's stupid as hell. How you gonna ask a bald nigga why he ain't got his hair
diving back in. This is the darkest month.
You haven't seen those reverse bald fades, bro?
Reverse bald. Yeah, I don't think that's the demographic.
You talking about bald? It is blue as hell right now. Oh, I'm getting sniped at.
It's the 31st of May 2013, and the town of El Reno, Oklahoma is silent. It's a Friday like any other, except for
what the fuck? Why, bro? Why is the circle a triangle right now?
Play some music, man.
Y'all see this shit?
I got no good music.
National Weather Service in Norman has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Oklahoma County in central Oklahoma, southeastern Canadian County in central Oklahoma until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 6:23 p.m. Central Daylight Time, National Weather Service.
As the early evening approaches, alerts ring out about a potential multiple vortex tornado that may touch down in the area. It's something meteorologists haven't seen before. It's unprecedented.
I don't know. I was like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? This nigga was on some bullshit.
At 6:03 p.m., an EF3 monster touches down around 8 miles southeast of El Reno, Oklahoma.
I'm about to park up here.
Rapidly, it swells in size, becoming more violent by the minute. It mostly remains over open fields, a good thing for the neighboring towns and cities. However, for those with the passion for chasing super cells like this, the outcome was far more disastrous.
I ain't fucking jetpack, bro. Damn, I be doing that much.
Whole squad on me.
Hey, man, he's right there, he's right there. He's almost dead. I did 81.
In the mid-2000s, a team of storm chasers going by the alias TwistX was formed under the Discovery Channel, headed by a man named Tim Samaras.
Hey, them niggas low though.
It involved a group of 10 scientists with the goal of chasing and documenting the dynamics of various superstorms, utilizing numerous vehicles outfitted with weather probes. If you're a fan of the show Storm Chasers, then you've likely seen them in action, as they were heavily involved in seasons 3 through 5 around the turn of the decade.
Hey, revive me, Yoel. Revive me, Yoel.
On the night of the El Reno tornado, Tim Samaras,
this nigga running away from me.
2 other members, a videographer named Paul Samaras and a meteorologist named Carl Young, were dispatched in one of the crew's Chevrolet Cobalts with the goal of deploying a weather drone in hopes of capturing atmospheric and seismic data. Ironically, being considered one of the safest storm chasers in the industry, Samaras was up for the task. And so, he and his crew decided to pursue the El Reno tornado, unaware of just how volatile it would soon become.
I'm gonna keep going.
That's fine.
How's mesmerized? Multiple vortex.
There's another one right here too. Someone wanted. Yeah, yeah, for that. I did.
If anyone finds blue health, let me know.
You don't need these no more, y'all?
No, I picked another one up.
I got more in it.
As the minutes pass, the vortex rapidly changes direction.
Hey, somebody got this gun?
It ramps up speed, and it grows to a size never before seen. At its widest, it attains a diameter of 2.6 miles, cementing it as the single largest tornado by surface area ever recorded. Regardless, the TwistX team approaches it with their plan of deploying that weather drone before getting out of there as fast as possible. They begin their drive towards the highway in hopes of heading south towards its direction. However, to their surprise, the tornado rapidly and unexpectedly turned straight towards them. In the following minutes, they do everything they can to turn around, to get away from this beast of nature. However, before they know it, the storm overtakes them, leaving the three men
I don't think nobody picked it up. Fuck that shit.
helpless inside.
Taking us out of the circle, so.
As the cars picked up, Carl and Paul are ejected from the vehicle, while Tim remains trapped inside.
I gotta wait.
And with nowhere to turn during this entire ordeal, all three of them tragically lose their lives.
Players remaining.
We're at a gas station.
So one more team.
Is there a gas station down there?
I don't know, but this.
It looked like it's RFD has wrapped 360 degrees around it.
While others ran away,
Amazing sight.
Tim Samaras ran towards.
It's just totally unbelievable
They might be
what's
reviving it
happened,
next, though.
because it should never have happened to Tim.
There's another one.
2 days later, and half a mile away, the bodies of Paul and Carl are found, and not far from them, their vehicle, with Tim still inside. After a search, authorities find their belongings spread throughout a nearby creek bed, one of which being a camera belonging to Carl. Remarkably, it was still in working condition, and recorded onto it were the final moments of everyone in that vehicle. To this day, only a very select handful of people have been given access to this video, one of which being the crew's close friend named Gabe Garfield. Since the incident, he's gone on record to state that while viewing it, he could hear Carl describe how, quote, eerily calm the air became around them in the moments prior to their death. Immediately after, Tim Samaras retorts, "Actually, I think we're in a bad spot." Before his final words, "We're going to die," echo over and over through their radio. As far as it's known, this footage has never been released publicly, nor are there any plans to. Interestingly though, on YouTube, we're able to find a second view of the TwistX team in the moments before the incident. Though, as they continue down their path, they're unknowingly heading right into
If they start rebooting, don't they make a sound?
this 3-mile monster.
It's a reboot van right there, so somebody just watched that
on the
reboot.
right.
Where's the other one?
Take a right.
We're right next to each other.
Yep.
Right on 81.
Okay, so they over there.
Y'all trying to hit the rift?
Yes, we can get a higher view.
Yeah, wherever y'all go, I'm just gonna drive the truck to it.
And then we can still get higher.
Oh, there's two right here.
I've never had anybody tell me to go slow before.
Totally missed the track. What did you say?
Where are
Tell him if he wants to come up and take the lead.
Well,
Do you
I
wanna
forgot you
take
could
the
drive
lead?
a truck in the rift.
I see him. He's right
Mark? Mark? Mark?
here. He's right here. He's right in front of it. He's right next to the grass. He's by himself. Right into this building.
Where the fuck is
He's on top, he's on top, he's on top.
Get his ass.
He fell down with him.
Got him.
me and Jalen all the way to the other side and shit? This nigga.
I was just saying, maybe. Why was he by? He was by his fucking self.
Did he down though? Somebody shoot me, somebody shoot me.
I'm on his ass.
Nobody else running with his ass. He came from that hill, though.
They're right behind a rock, a tree over here.
Fuck. I'm down. He's right here. He's low.
To this day, this snippet is some of the last remaining public footage of their team, and carries a haunting legacy of just how dangerous the profession of storm chasing can really be. The demise of the TwistX team was caused by a phenomenon entirely unexpected. What began as just another day chasing just another storm had devolved into one of the most nightmarish scenarios one could ever find themselves in. And whether or not this footage ever sees the light of day, it's irrefutably tragic that multiple families were broken apart that night by this unstoppable behemoth.
It just says that. It just says that because it's 5 people.
Of nature.
It says you ready, but you just not lobby.
On my health bar, it shows all 4 of y'all except for me, and then on the bottom where it says everyone's ready, it shows me and then everyone but Perk.
I mean, we'll see.
I mean, everybody ready is.
Well, I see you dancing over there.
It just does that because you know what I'm saying. This 5 seems removed. Take your pick. Take your pick.
I got a crown.
Hello everyone, quick thing. Today's video is actually sponsored by the lovely people over at
This ain't shit, bro.
Hundreds of thousands of retirees have had their personal information leaked after a massive data breach.
American Airlines and Southwest say they've notified more than 8,000 people who applied to become a pilot after a data breach to a third-party vendor.
House leaders say the impact of the health data breach impacting members of Congress and their staff could be more extensive than previously known.
One of the most important facets of the online experience today is privacy, which ironically seems to be escaping us more and more as companies shave increasingly intrusive bits of information from us. That's why I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Incogni. In the modern day, your online data has become one of the most valuable bits of information out there, and data brokers are circling like vultures to get it. With full names, IPs, emails, and even home addresses being but a fragment of your info out there, removing it from every service alone would take you years? That's why Incogni is such a valuable tool for me, because it takes the busy work out of it and gives me peace of mind knowing that I have a team working behind the scenes to help remove my personal info off the internet. One of my favorite aspects about Incogni is its ease of use. In less than 5 minutes, I'm up and running, as it begins to hunt for and request takedowns of my information while I go about my daily life making videos for you guys. It's the peace of mind it offers that makes this service worth it. And to be honest, I think everyone should have Incogni in their corner, fighting for their privacy. Go to incogni.com/Nexpo. Use code Nexpo for an exclusive offer of 60% off. That's incogni.com/Nexpo and use code Nexpo, or click the link below to take your personal data off the market. Thank you again to Incogni. Now, back to the show.
Hell yeah. I be fucking up just the sharks in my lobbies. I be headhunting them niggas.
On the evening of March 9th, 2001, in the small village of Rodenburg, Germany, a man lies deceased in a bathtub. He's been here for 3 hours.
Y'all ever ate some Andy Caps cheddar fries?
Blood. His reproductive organs are gone. His throat is wide open. And needless to say, this scene is absolutely revolting.
It's snowing, it's coming down, it's snowing, man. I'm telling you, man. It look like a last Zone 6 polar bear.
Appealing to some of the most depraved types of people out there, or a myriad of websites centering on very specific fetishes and interests. And the one that rose to mainstream prominence during the early 2000s was named none other than Cannibal Cafe. It appealed to, well, cannibals, those who legitimately desired to consume other human beings. And what festered here was a cesspool of pedophilia and vorophilia that went unchecked for years. the website staunchly claims that everything posted here is all fantasy. But is it really? In early 2001, a man going by nothing more than Frankie makes numerous posts to the Cannibal Cafe. He's searching for what he calls a young slaughter boy and has a peculiar request. I'm searching for a young boy between 18 and 25 years old. If you have a normal body, I'll butcher you and eat your flesh. It was a disturbingly simple, to-the-point inquiry, and this post sat here, floating in the vast ocean that is the internet, for days. As Frankie's post garnered slivers of attention, willing volunteers trickled in. When it really came down to it, though, all of them ended up backing out. But there was one that didn't. A computer engineer named Bernd Brandis expresses to Frankie that he has a very specific fetish. It isn't for consuming others, but for the exact opposite. He wants to be consumed, and he wants Frankie to be the one to do it to him. Over the next few days, the two exchange contact information by email, and it's here where Brandis learns that the name Frankie is nothing but an alias. This man's real name is Armin Meiwes, and he's ready to meet as soon as possible. It's the night of March 9th, and Brandis is on his